Good Wednesday morning. How you doing? I got a shock today. I was at McDonald's, like I usually am most mornings, and I looked at the wheel well. Well, I guess it's not a wheel well. This area here, which I'll get a piece of cardboard, lay down, and try to get a close-up of, which it probably will not show very well. I saw a big rust hole in there. That shocked me, because as I recall, I don't think there was any rust on this car at all. Because it was garaged. The guy I bought it from always garaged it, but yet he did drive it in the winter time, in the snow roads and so forth. So, in this area here, and over here, on the passenger side, a smaller one over here. I'm going to try to get underneath there and try to show you what it is. So let me take you in there and show you if I can. Alright, I got a flashlight in here too. As you can see down here, don't look too bad. This bend over here, right here, that was there when I got the car. So I remember that. But this was a shock. I did not expect this. And as a matter of fact, when I got the car, I gave it a quick look over, and when it was on a lift for grease and stuff like that, I always check for these things, because my mechanic don't mind if I go in the garage when he's working on a car. A lot of places won't. So this was a shock, and the rest of it, plus the sun's in the damn lens every single time I do a video. I guess this is the part where you jack up, so that don't seem to be any problem. That's good and solid. And in here, it's going to be out of focus. There's nothing I can do. I'm using the Z1. I can't get my big camera in here, but I think you can see it. I don't know how it is until I play this back on the video. The best I can do is, I don't know what that white stuff is there. Let me get my finger in there. That seems to be a hard plastic. I sprayed it as much as I could in there. It's dripping all over. But you Alright, I'll go on the passenger side now. Okay, we're on the passenger side. Get my flashlight turned on here. This is not as bad. Now this bend over here, that was that way when I got the car. Probably when they put it on the lift, because the guy I bought it from, he bought it new. He's always had a dealer do it, so they probably they jacked it up here. I don't know where the jack up point is on this, but you can see where it's bent in a lot. For all I know, it could have been done by my mechanic too, because let's see, I don't really know what that is there. Maybe that's a jacking point, I don't know. Doesn't sound like it. So there's really no place to jack it. I guess they put it here. So if that's going to be repaired, Jesus Christ, I don't want to be doing body work under here. I wasn't expecting this. Just a 2003 Dodge Caravan, in case you don't remember from previous videos. Watch videos on this, on these vehicles, and a lot of them are a lot worse than this. Reminds me of the big van. Story of my life. It's one thing after another. I wonder why I'm always depressed all the time. All I can do is just cut it out as much as I can. Spray oil in there, undercoating, and slap some sheet metal in there, pop rivet and Bondo. And that's only going to be temporary. All I can do is just spray it with WD-40 as much as I can. And that's all I can do. Now, again, this is the passenger side. See how nice and solid this is? I know this is the jack-up point right here, okay? Right where my flashlight is. Alright, but there's apparently no jack-up point in the front. But you can see this is in good shape over here. All the way down until you get to the front. Whereas on that side, this is all rotted out, as I showed you in the first part of this video. So this part here is very good too. So we'll just hit a light coating of WD-40 all along here. Alright, so we're going to hit a coating of WD-40 all along on the outside of that. My experience with WD-40 is when I spray the big van too, the same thing underneath, the next day it's all dried up, you know. It doesn't stay on there. And the only oil I got that I can really spray without using regular motor oil, which is expensive, is I got a couple of quarts of automatic transmission fluid, which is not made for these vehicles. I picked them up at a yard sale a long time ago, and I guess that's a good oil to spray underneath there. I have no way of spraying it other than spray bottles. So, you know, other than that, I guess I can paint some grease on there, but that's going to be a mess. Alright, so I'm going to take some WD-40 and I'm just going to hit this. That's about all I can do. I got to crawl on the ground. I don't have the convenience of a lift like some people do that can really do a nice job underneath. Oh, I don't want this vehicle to end up as a pop rivet and sheet metal body repair vehicle like the big van. Now, when I first got the car, on the very end, underneath, and I'm not going to go crawling underneath there. I got my good pants on and I'll ruin it. My wife says I ruin every piece of clothing I wear because I don't know enough to change my clothes before crawling under a car or something. So, anyways, I've always sprayed like WD-40 and stuff underneath. There was a little rust on the very end, and I can't show you because I have to get on the ground and get up underneath there and it's dark. Take my word for it. So there's a very minor surface rust on each side, which I've been maintaining throughout the years on both sides on the rear. So been going around like on the frame, in the hole in the frame, I take and spray the WD-40 nozzle up in there. But you know, you go there a day or two later and you look under there, it's all bone dry. It's like the WD-40 doesn't stay on there. But it's the only thing I've got that has a sprayer on it, other than pump oil cans, and that'll take forever. But I may have to use that. But anyways, it's all sprayed up underneath here now, and that's all I can do. And I'll probably end up doing is putting duct tape on it and calling it good enough. But I won't make a video on something like that. And tell you the honest truth, I hate body work. That's why I've been putting it off so much on the big van. On the big van here, it really needs to be taken out and run. But you see, here's an example here now. There's no rust up underneath here. I've done this over and over and over. I don't know how many times. Grinded it down to bare metal. Put Bondo on it. Primer, Bondo, and everything. And it's still, I got to keep sanding this off. It just keeps coming through. Even though it's solid here. You know? This is still good, but you know, the van isn't, well, stuff is starting to come up. It gets to a point where I say the hell with it, just let it rot away. But the van don't get used. It hasn't been out in a long time. Here is another area I keep going over and over and over, you know. But I mean, everything's good. This patch here that I made a few years ago is holding up. I'm no body man. You can see imperfections. But that's still good yet. And I think a lot of that is because I'm not driving it with the damn salt on the road. They should outlaw that stuff. I keep saying you do not need salt. You need sand and plowing. That's all. All salt does is rot out the cars. Yes, it melts the snow. But it also rots out cars and trucks. So, overall, the van is in good shape. But again, I don't use it that much. I started it up yesterday. She runs good. But just like I did with the minivan, I spray my WD-40 underneath there. I've also bought that in Walmart. They don't have a sale anymore, but it used to be like $2 a can. This stuff here, lubricant. Now, when this sprays out really nice. Now, I got this for like $2 a can. Now it's like $3 or $4 a can. I won't buy that. And that's what I use. It sprays like about 4 feet in a nice stream. And I just reach up underneath there and spray the underside of the big van. That's the only way I know. Otherwise, I have to use my motor oil. You know, I'm not going to do that. Stuff costs money. So I do have some old transmission fluid somewhere around here. Automatic transmission fluid that I got that is not for the Ford or the Dodge. So I could probably spray that, but I have to use a plastic pumper, which is not good. You know, one of these things. You know, I get to a point where, like I said before, and you know, you request bodywork videos, and I just don't feel like doing them because it's a never-ending battle. But this is a real disappointment seeing the minivan. To us, that's a new car. I don't care what anybody says, you know. And when I see that, and I was shocked to see that, because as I recall, those holes were not there. Everything was perfect underneath there except the very end, which I told you about. A little bit of surface rust. The car was always garaged, but here, well, unfortunately, there is no garage. Alright, well, I just wanted to throw this video together. I doubt that you'll be able to see very much. It's very hard to get in underneath the car without jacking it up, driving it up on ramps. You know, I'm getting to a point where I just don't want to do this stuff anymore. It's too hard. It's a losing battle. You know, I don't have the luxury like a lot of you guys out there that have a garage. You can just pull it in, leave it in, and work on it at your own leisure, put it up on a lift, or at least have a way of getting it up there. And a good, nice, warm garage, dry. You don't have to worry about the weather and so forth, and do your work. And you have knowledge of, know how to weld and stuff like that. What videos I have seen on YouTube, I watched a few last night on this, vehicles like this, and I've seen them a lot worse, and I've seen newer trucks and stuff that have a lot of rust and so forth, and a lot of the guys are saying, the comments that are in those videos are just put oil underneath there and spray it down with oil. And I guess that's about the only thing you can really do. My problem is getting under there, getting into the crevices, and without going out and buying expensive sprayers and stuff. And I can't use one of these pump sprayers like I have used to spray the siding and stuff, or the roof when I use the bleach. I don't want to be going through that and putting oil through something like that. Then I can only use it for that, and I can't use it for the bleach anymore. So, you know, I have to work on a poor man's budget, and I have to do the things I have to do. And this oil spray and WD-40 is not cheap, you know. So it doesn't get done every day. And the way WD-40 seems to be behaving, you got to do it every day, because you go there the next day, and this happened with the big van. That's how I can tell you that. It's only good for, seems like, for a few hours, and then it's all dried up, and it's like you never sprayed anything on it at all. All right. Not a very good video, is it? Well, I'm not too happy to see that. That's our best vehicle. We use it mostly all the time. But that's the way it is. And, oh, by the way, gas prices are skyrocketing here in Connecticut. And lousy governor wants to, I heard it on the news yesterday, he wants to put a 17% tax per gallon on the gas. The highest tax state in the union, probably, with gas. And he wants to slap that on. So I still have to do my long warm-ups, but not as much. And I don't have a standard shift car or truck anymore where I can do a lot of coasting, which I used to do with my 91 Dodge Dakota when I had it. I'd coast whenever I could to save gas. So, and that's why I don't throw any gas away. I've got gas that's back in August of last year, and I got stabled 360 in the gas, which is what I use for my generators and snowblower and stuff like that. I don't throw gas out. It's too expensive. All right, folks, enough of that. All right, I'll put the flashlight back in the house. Hope you were able to see that. Still got some snow here, but it's going. We're going to be supposed to be nice and warm, especially tomorrow and Friday, I believe. So it's pretty well going. All right. Thank you for watching, everybody.